Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Vineland High School for some Friday afternoon varsity baseball between the Fighting Clan of Vineland and the Bishop Eustace Crusaders. Xavier Cortez on the mound. We'll catch you up to speed with everything. First pitch right there. It's called a strike. Gets away from today's catcher for the Fighting Clan. Little late addition to the schedule, but who doesn't love some good competition? Kyle Bennett here with you. On the broadcast, Doug Diola producing today's stream. As Vineland trying to get some good competition in before the postseason. Facing off against Bishop Eustace, a team that traditionally Vineland doesn't see all too often. But it should be a good litmus test for the Fighting Clan. As Cortez has that pitch lifted, and it goes foul. So 1-2 to the leadoff man for Bishop Eustace, Raphael Rogers. The pitch swung on, fouled off down the third baseline. The next pitch from Cortez, swung on. Liner up the middle, sliding stop there, but Rogers is going to be safe with an infield base hit. Good effort there by Sam Garcia at second base to prevent that one from getting into the outfield. First pitch in there to the next batter is a ball. We'll try to figure out who's up to bat for Bishop Eustace as soon as we can. The next pitch squared to bunt, throw over to first. Not in time, goes past the glove of Vineland's first baseman. That's going to get Rogers over to second base. Batter squares to bunt. Goes outside for ball two. Swung on, fouled back by Anthony Mascuili. Shuley, apologize for the mispronunciation. Great pitch from Xavier Cortez to ring up Mashuli looking. That'll bring up number 68 for Bishop Eustace, Christian Oveka, the center fielder. Runner on second. One out here in the top of the first. The next pitch from Cortez. Down low and inside for ball one. Sorry, ball two. Just updated. The next pitch. In there for a called strike. Now 2-1. The 2-1. Did he check his swing? No, he did not. So 2-2 the count. The 2-2 pitch to Oveka. Swung on, lifted in the air. And he pops up to the first baseman for the second out. Which will bring up number 11, Christian Mashuli. First pitch from Cortez, swung on and missed for strike one. Down in the dirt for ball one. Rafael Rogers on second base for Bishop Eustace. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Cortez looking to get out of this inning without giving up a run. The throw over to second is over the head of Sam Garcia. That's going to move Rogers over to third. And that's how he's advanced around the bases so far, is errant throws, trying to keep him honest and on the bag. Swung on, lifted in the air, drops in to left center field for a base hit. That'll score Rogers. On the RBI by Christian Mashuli. Brings up Vincent Panvini. This one's dribbled to the shortstop, bobbled a bit. Throw is in time, and that'll end the inning. 1 run, 1 left on base, and 1 strikeout looking from Xavier Cortez. That'll bring us to the bottom of the first inning with Bishop Eustace leading 1-0. Bottom of the first inning here from Vineland High School. Fighting Clan getting set to bat for the first time in this one, trailing 1-0 to Bishop Eustace. Starting pitcher for the Crusaders, number 5, Chase Brandt. Sophomore, 5'10", 150 pounds listed on the roster there. So we'll see if this experienced Vineland lineup, loaded with juniors and seniors who can hit the cover off the ball when they find their spots, can attack the sophomore from Bishop Eustace. And leading off for the Fighting Clan will be Yanuel Rodriguez. He led off Wednesday's game against Ocean City. Vineland won that contest 9-0. They had an 8-run first inning. We'll see if they can replicate that, as the first pitch to Rodriguez is swung on, hit to the third baseman, and that is the first out on 1 pitch by Chase Brandt. That'll bring up number 21, Yohan Feliz, the right fielder for this Fighting Clan squad. Can hit the ball with the best of them. So he went 2 for 3 on Wednesday with 4 RBI in that 9-0 win over Ocean City. First pitch to Feliz was a ball. That one called a strike. It's 1-1 quickly to Yohan Feliz. The next pitch, swung on, lifted in the air to center field. Oveka not going to get there. It's going to fall in. Feliz thinking 2. The throw into second, not in time. Feliz slides into second with a double for the Fighting Clan. Great piece of hitting there by Yohan Feliz to drop that one into right center and give the Fighting Clan a runner in scoring position early in this one. Which now brings up today's starting pitcher for the Fighting Clan, Xavier Cortez, who pitched earlier in this season during one of our broadcasts, and head coach Kyle Jones said Cortez just hits too well for him to take him out of the lineup on the days he pitches. So Every time he's on the bump, he's going to be in that starting lineup hitting the ball as well. Cortez in that 3 spot. He's had a home run during one of our broadcasts as well. We'll see if he can drive in Feliz here in the bottom of the first. It's in there for a ball. It's 1-1 to Cortez. The next pitch to X. And he's hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up number 18, the center fielder for the Fighting Clan, Anthony Rackets. Cortez going to be pinch run for here. Runners on first and second. 1 out for the Fighting Clan here. Rackets at the plate. We'll see if he can drive in some runs here. The first pitch in there for a called strike. They actually ruled out a ball, according to the scoreboard, so it's 1-0 actually to Rackets. Rackets swings and misses at the next pitch, so it's 1-1. That one's down low. Up high for ball 3. That one's swung on in foul territory, and it's over the fence. Rackets looking to get some early damage here for the Fighting Clan as they trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. 2 runners on, 1 out. And the next pitch swung on and missed. And Rackets goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Donnie Gomez. Gomez takes the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. Prime opportunity here for the Fighting Clan to get some early damage against Bishop Eustace. 2 runners on. The next pitch to Gomez swung on and fouled back towards the screen. It's Christian Willis who came in to pinch run for Xavier Cortez. He's on first base. Yohan Feliz had a double to right center field to get onto second. Fighting Clan looking to tack on some early runs here. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted into right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit, going all the way to the fence. Feliz is going to score. Willis is around third. He trips up. He's going to have to go back to third. But Donnie Gomez with an RBI double to tie this ball game up for the Fighting Clan. So Feliz scores the first run. Christian Willis on third. And that's going to bring up Benedetto Andrioli. And Donnie Gomez is going to be pinch run for here as well. So the new runner on second for the Fighting Clan. Believe from my vantage point, looks like number 8, Jason Chandler. First pitch to Andrioli upcoming. Down in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Willis thought about running home. And now they're caught in a rundown. Willis gets back to third safe. The pinch runner is tagged out. And some miscommunication on the base paths ends the inning there. 1 run scored for the Fighting Clan, 2 runners left. And a base running rundown ends the inning there for Chase Brandt. But we're all tied up at 1, heading to the top of the second here at Vineland High School, as Bishop Eustace getting their next crack at the plate. First pitch here swung on, and an infield hit for Landon Mack to lead off the top of the second. Now batting for Bishop Eustace, Andrew Auerbach. Runner on first here in the top of the second. Auerbach squares the bunt. It's going to be in there for ball one. The next pitch to Auerbach as he squares the bunt once again. Throw over to first. Landon Mack gets back safely. The next pitch, bunt, squared up. Donnie Gomez comes up with the ball and throws out Auerbach, but he does move Landon Mack over to second. Now up to bat for Bishop Eustace, number 2, Dante Bell. Swung on, fouled back. The 0-1 pitch to Bell. Swung on, fouled. 0-2 now. The count to Dante Bell. The next pitch, swung on. Did he check his swing? He did not. That's going to be a strikeout for Xavier Cortez. And that'll bring up Anthony Kay for Bishop Eustace. First pitch in there for a strike. The next pitch in there for a called strike. Great pitch from Xavier Cortez. Count now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, just up high. That'll be ball one. Swung on and fouled back. The 1-2 pitch from Cortez upcoming. Swung on, hit to the shortstop, throw over to first in time to end the inning. No runs, one runner left. Damage control handled by Xavier Cortez. As we go to the bottom of the second inning, all tied up at 1 apiece. Bottom of the second here from Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett here with you on the broadcast. Chase Brandt back out on the mound for Bishop. Eustace, Benedetto, Andrioli at the plate for the Fighting Clan. First pitch in there for a ball. Swung on, fouled down the first baseline. So Andrioli goes down. That brings up Dawson Carter for the Fighting Clan. One and one, the count now to Carter. Two and one. Full count now to Carter. So get a mini meeting on the mound here for Bishop Eustace. Carter goes down. It's going to bring up Mario Toro. It's a him. Carter. Gets thrown out at first after walking. So now 2 outs for the Fighting Clan here in the bottom of the second. Toro takes ball 1. Two and 0 to Toro. A pitch, high and inside for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch down and inside, ball 4. So Toro's going to walk. Back-to-back walks for Chase Brandt. It's going to bring up Justin Morris for the Fighting Clan. They say Toro was tagged out there. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits. Runner stranded for the Fighting Clan. We go to the top of the third. Still a 1-1 ball game. Top of the third inning here from Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett here with you on the broadcast. Back to the top of the lineup for the Crusaders as Rafael Rogers back up for his second time in this contest. Takes strike one there from Xavier Cortez. Oh, 2 quickly to Rogers. The next pitch, swung on and missed, struck him out. 1-2-3 goes Rogers. And that's the third strikeout of the afternoon for Xavier Cortez. So that brings up Anthony Mashuli. Swung on, hit into left field for a base hit. Mashuli gets his first hit of the day as he struck out looking his first time up. And that'll bring up Christian Oveka, the center fielder for Bishop Eustace. Runner on first, one out here in the top of the third. All tied up at 1. The first pitch from Cortez. Swung on, dribbled back. Actually, Gomez will come up with it. He throws over to first, gets Oveka, and the throw over to third is errant. Going to go into shallow right field. And Masuli is going to slide in safely and score on the ground out by Christian Oveka. So Bishop Eustace takes a 2-1 lead on the RBI ground out. So that brings up Christian Mashuli. First pitch in there for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Bishop Eustace with a 2-1 lead now. Cortez dials one in there for a strike. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled back towards the Bishop Eustace dugout. It's going to be 1-2 upcoming to Christian Mashuli. Swung on, lifted in the air to right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Mashuli has his second hit of the day. That'll bring up Vincent Panvini. Strike one there to Panvini. The next pitch, swung on, fouled back. Oh-2 upcoming. So I think we might have our tweet of the day that I just came upon, Doug, after this inning. We'll bring that up, and you'll get a good chuckle out of that as Mashuli slides into second. But he's going to have to go back because it was foul. The 0-2 pitch. Up high for ball one. One and two upcoming. The pitch swung on, fouled, back to the Crusader dugout. So we'll do it again with Vincent Panvini. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Bishop Eustace leading 2-1. Xavier Cortez looking to get out of this inning with as minimal damage as possible. Runner gets back safely at first on the throw over. The 1-2 pitch swung on, lifted in the air. Shallow center field. Rackets coming in, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. 1 run, 1 runner left. And Bishop Eustace now with a 2-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. That's where you get every single broadcast of sporting events, events throughout the school district, and everything in between. Produced by Gia Missouri and my right-hand man, Doug Diola. Be a friend, tell a friend. Click that bell icon as well because you'll get notifications on your device of choice whenever we go live. youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. Doug, the tweet I referenced before we got to the switchover of innings, Marlon Humphrey from the Baltimore Ravens tweeted, "I was today years old when I found out the Titanic was real. Wild." And my buddy quote tweeted it and said, "Wait till he hears about Jurassic Park." Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Fighting Clan looking to tie this one back up as they trail 2-1. Justin Morris will lead things off here for Vineland. Ball's in there for a strike. The next pitch down low. Now, Doug, we've had a number of baseball broadcasts this season now. We got to talk to Kyle Jones and let him know sometimes you got to pick out jerseys. That one's dribbled up the first baseline. Not sure what they ruled that. And Morris is going to be safe at first on the infield hit. That'll bring up the top of the lineup for the Fighting Clan, Yenuel Rodriguez. But as I was saying, Doug, we've seen a number of opponents come here to Vineland. We got to talk to Coach Kyle Jones about making things easier for the broadcast team to read these numbers. I understand the assignment they're trying to pull off. The white looks clean, but you got to have red numbers to make it easier to see, especially with us being out here in center field. The gray in the light, it's tough. It's a tough look. Think about your broadcast crew. As Yenuel Rodriguez is hit by a pitch. We love you, Coach Jones. We just want to make our eyes last a little bit longer. We got a meeting on the mound. I'll bring up Jan Feliz. Vineland's got runners on second and first. Nobody out. And Feliz is known to be able to wreak some havoc with his bat at the plate. First pitch swung on, lifted in the air. That's going to be a foul ball, unfortunately. So 0-1 to Feliz. Vineland trailing 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Looking to take control of this game. We'll see if Feliz can deliver. The 0-1 pitch from Brandt. Throw over to first. Not in time. So the actual 0-1 pitch. Feliz sends this one into the air. It's going to go into the stands. Down the first baseline. It's going to be 0-2 now. To the big boomstick, Yohan Feliz. Swung on, dribbled, hit to the shortstop. And they get the lead runner. So Feliz will ground out. But that'll advance the runners to second and third with only one out for Xavier Cortez. Today's starting pitcher for the Fighting Clan. He's got 3 strikeouts on the mound. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Looking to drive in some runs here for the Fighting Clan as they trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. And time was called as we got another meeting at the mound by the Crusaders. we officially have the news we've all been waiting for. Joshua Harris, your new owner of the Washington Commanders, along with minority ownership stake by one of everybody's favorite positive Twitter follows, Magic Johnson. The collection of sports teams that Joshua Harris has assembled now as an owner. Philadelphia 76ers, the New Jersey Devils, the Washington Commanders, and his partner David Blitzer, a minority owner of the Cleveland Guardians. What an eclectic group of teams with similar fan bases. And if you can't tell in my voice, it's pure sarcasm. So we got a pitching change for Bishop Eustace. Warming up, looks to be number 31, Lucas Edwards. So Chase Brandt's day is done after 2 1/3 innings on the mound. So Lucas Edwards now facing Xavier Cortez. Cortez takes the first pitch for a strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for the Fighting Clan as they trail 2-1. Looking to take their first lead in this game as well. 1-1 the count now to Cortez. Two and one to the Vineland starting pitcher, who can also rake at the plate. The 2-1 pitch. Down low, ball 3. Looks like we're getting a warning signal over to Bishop Eustace's dugout by the home plate umpire. The 3-1 pitch from Edwards. Swung on foul, back by Cortez. That's one he certainly wanted back. A 3-2 pitch. Cortez hit by a pitch for the 2nd time in this game. That's going to load the bases for Anthony Rackets. First pitch in there for a strike to Rackets. It's in there for strike 2. One and two now to Rackets. One out, bases loaded for the Fighting Clan, looking to do some real damage here and try to take the lead over Bishop Eustace as they trail 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, hit back to the pitcher. And that's going to be a bang-bang double play to end the inning. No runs. A hit by pitch. And bases were left loaded. We're going to head to the top of the fourth. Bishop Eustace leading 2-1. Top of the fourth inning here from Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett here with you. Doug Diola producing today's stream. Bishop Eustace leading Vineland 2-1 as Landon Mack at the plate for the for Bishop Eustace. Fighting Clan on the mound is Xavier Cortez. He's got 3 strikeouts in this game. He's been hit by a pitch twice at the plate. Swung on, popped up to Justin Morris, and that'll be the first out there. Bring up Andrew Auerbach. Hit a sacrifice bunt his first time up to move the runner over to second. Swung on and missed on the first pitch there by Auerbach. Swung on. Hit to the third baseman right through the hole. in there for a base hit by Auerbach. That'll bring up Dante Bell. Swung on, hit back to Cortez. Just off the mark, trying to get the lead runner. Both runners will be safe on the fielder's choice. By Dante Bell. Beautiful day for baseball today. This is baseball weather. As Anthony Kay will come up to bat against Cortez. Grounded out in his first at-bat. One's in there for a strike. Cortez looking to get out of this inning, limit the damage, and keep this a one-run ball game. 1-1. The count to K. Swung on foul. Back, it's 1-2. Runners on first and second for the Crusaders. 1 out. Top of the fourth. The pitch from Cortez, swung on, lifted in the air, foul. Chris Stinson, the pinch runner at second base, going to have to go back. He was trying to steal third on that last pitch. We'll do the 1-2 pitch once again as Cortez delivers, swung on and lifted. Shallow right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Stinson's going to have to put on the burners, and he does. And that's going to load the bases as Anthony Kay gets his first hit of the afternoon. That'll bring up believe Raphael Rogers is who was announced. With one out here in the top of the fourth, Bishop Eustace up 2-1, bases loaded. Xavier Cortez looking to get out of this inning and keep it a one-run ball game for the Fighting Clan. The first pitch, it's bunted foul. Stinson will have to go back to third. The 0-1 pitch to Rogers from Cortez. Looked to bunt, swung on, lifted into center field. That'll be in for a base hit. One runner scores, and that's all they'll get on the base hit there by Rogers. So Chris Stinson scores a run. That'll be an RBI single for Raphael Rogers, his second hit of the day, and Bishop Eustace now has a 3-1 lead. So that brings up Anthony Masuli. Official scoreboard reading, it's a tie ball game. They'll have to correct that. It is indeed 3-1 in favor of Bishop Eustace. Unless the scriptwriters have come to Vineland High School, Doug. Squares the bunt, that one goes foul. I'm fully convinced the rooster from Moana is in the Bishop Eustace dugout. It's now 1-1 to Mashuli. Swung on. It's going to drop in all the way to the fence. And Bishop Eustace is going to score 2 runs off of that one. Runner thrown out at the plate for the second out. So Mashuli has a two RBI double. It's now 5-1 Bishop Eustace. It's Christian Oveka now up to bat. Swung on, fouled back. Swung on, lifted, foul. Over the heads of some unsuspecting fans. down the left field line. It's now 1-2 to Oveka. Cortez trying to get out of this inning. Just misses. Ball 2. Donnie Gomez makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. 3 runs, 1 runner left on base. As we head to the bottom of the 4th with Bishop Eustace leading Vineland 5-1. Bottom of the 4th here from Vineland High School. Donnie Gomez set to lead things off for the Fighting Clan as they trail 5-1. Pitches up high for a ball. Bishop Eustace had a 3-run top of the 4th. The next pitch in there for a called strike. Gomez swings and misses at the low pitch there for strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch swung on, fouled back. It's in there for ball 2. The next pitch in the dirt and outside, ball 3. The 3-2 pitch. Gomez swings and misses, strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Lucas Edwards. That's going to bring up Benedetto Andrioli. First pitch in there for a strike. One and one now to Andrioli. Check this swing. 2-1. Down low and inside. Andrioli's going to walk on 5 pitches. First pitch to Dawson Carter down low in the dirt for ball 1. Two and 0 to Carter. Three and 0. Upcoming to Carter. It's in there for a called strike. And Carter's going to walk on 5 pitches. His second walk of the day. One out here in the bottom of the 4th. Bring up Mario Toro. He walked in his last at-bat. Vineland trailing 5-1. Going to get back in this ball game. First pitch to Toro down in the dirt. That's going to advance the runners to second and third. Two and 0 to Toro. Looking to get something going here for the Fighting Clan. 2 runners on, only 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. The pitch down low in the dirt, ball 3. 3-0 pitch in there for called strike. Looked like Toro was taken all the way. The 3-1 to Toro. In there for a strike. Toro wants to beg to differ as he was making his way to first base. But instead, we've got a full count. The 3-2 pitch from Edwards. Swung on. Popped up. Edwards makes the play. That'll be the second out. That'll bring up Justin Morris. Runners on second and third. 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth inning. Vineland trailing 5-1. The first pitch in there for a strike to Morris. Vineland desperately looking to chip away at this Bishop Eustace lead to keep this game in hand. So that one's in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch from Edwards outside for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit into right field for a base hit. That's going to score at least 1. And runner is thrown out at home. So Morris with an RBI single. And Vineland gets 1 back. There in the bottom of the fourth. 1 run scores, 1 runner thrown out at the plate, and Vineland looking to continue crawling back into this one as we head to the top of the 5th. Bishop Eustace leading 5-2. Top of the 5th inning here at Vineland High School. Fighting Clan trailing the Bishop Eustace Crusaders 5-2. Xavier Cortez back out on the mound to start this inning. Facing Christian Mashuli, who's got 2 hits in this game. He also drove in a run earlier on. First pitch in there for a ball. In there for a strike. This weekend, Doug, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour coming to Philly. I wonder how many expedited DeAndre Swift jerseys were ordered online to get here in time for this weekend. amount of people that probably paid next day air to ensure that they had their Swift jerseys. And I wonder if that confirms. I mean, Taylor is from the area, so she is an Eagles fan. The next pitch. 3-1 now. Does this certifiably make Eagles fans Swifties, though? Because DeAndre Swift. Is that going to be the DeAndre Swift fan group this season? Is the Swifties. The 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. People were lined up yesterday morning, bright and early. Down low, ball 4 to Mashuli. Outside the link so that they could buy merch. They had a whole bus set up to buy merch early. And they were lined up, had the folding chairs, and 6 a.m., even earlier. Dedication from the Swifties. So that brings up Vincent Panvini with a runner on first. Mashuli looking to steal. That's a base hit into right field. Mashuli's going to go to third. So a base hit for Vincent Panvini. And runners now in the corners with nobody out here in the top of the 5th. And that's going to bring up Landon Mack. The first pitch to Mack. He squares the bunt, dribbles. Run is going to score. As the sacrifice bunt works in favor of the Crusaders. And it's now 6-2, Bishop Eustace. And Auerbach now up for the Crusaders. Takes his first pitch for a strike. Runner goes back to second. Bishop Eustace leading 6-2 here in the top of the 5th. Only one out. Cortez throws back to second. Runner gets back safely. The The pitch swung on and missed by Auerbach. That's strike two. The 0-2 pitch to Auerbach. Swung on, dribbled up the first baseline, foul. The next pitch dribbled back to the pitcher. Cortez goes to third and gets the lead runner on the fielder's choice by Auerbach. Great awareness there by Cortez to get the lead runner. So now a runner on first with 2 outs. First pitch in there for a strike. One and one. One and two. Nobody out. Runner on first. Should actually be 2 outs. Scoreboard is incorrect. Sounds like a flock of seagulls has made its way to Vineland. The 2-2 pitch upcoming. Cortez looking to get out of this inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that'll do it for the top of the 5th. 1 runner left on base. 1 run scored. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Vineland trailing 6-2. Bottom of the fifth about to get underway. Yenwell Rodriguez leads things off here for the Fighting Clan as they trail 6-2 here at home against Bishop Eustace. First pitch way outside for ball one. If you're just joining us, be sure to subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. That's where you get full broadcasts of every sporting event, events throughout the Vineland Public Schools District, and everything in between. Primarily produced by Gia Masori and my right-hand man on all these sports broadcasts, Doug Diola. Click the bell icon right next to the subscribe button as well so you get notifications on your device of choice to know when we go live for any event. That's youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. Yenwell Rodriguez now ahead in the count 3-1. One's fouled down the left field line. Rodriguez goes down swing. That'll bring up Yohan Feliz. He had a double and scored a run earlier in this game. He's also grounded out. First pitch looked outside. It's called a strike. Vineland trailing 6-2. Feliz. Ball's in the dirt for ball one. We got some Phillies after dark this weekend, Doug, as they're out on the West Coast in Colorado. And kicking off the beginning of next week in San Francisco as Feliz grounds this one to the shortstop. And throw is in time to get Feliz for the second out. Phil's looking to get back on track. Next 3 series coming up for them against Colorado, San Francisco, and the Chicago Cubs. Should be a nice way for them to find their groove hitting-wise. Ranger Suarez due to pitch in this series against Colorado, which is a big bump in the rotation. Swung on and fouled back by Xavier Cortez. He's been hit by a pitch twice in this game. Both the Rockies and Giants well under 500. Cubs about 2 games under 500. They seem to be in the same boat as the Phillies where they can score some runs. That one's real wild. Cubs can score runs, but struggling pitching-wise, kind of like the Phillies have been to start this season. But got to take care of business in these series because starting Memorial Day, you have 10 straight road games against the division, starting with the Atlanta Braves, then the New York Mets, as this one is hit into left field for a base hit by Xavier Cortez, his first hit of the day. But 10 straight road games for the Phils starting on Memorial Day weekend against the Braves, the Mets, and what I like to call the stolen franchise, Washington Nationals. As Anthony Rackett's now the batter for Vineland. Runner on first. Meeting at the mound. Seems like we have a player injury. Hopefully everything's okay. actually the ump. And the ump's back up and seems to be all right. And we're back to the action as Anthony Rackets takes strike one. Runner on first for the Fighting Clan. Rackets outside. Ball one. Ball two, actually. Count being updated after the break in the action. The pitch swung on and missed for strike two. The 2-2 pitch upcoming. Lucas Edwards steps off the mound there. So now we'll get the 2-2 pitch. Outside, gets away from the catcher. Cortez stays put at first. It's now 3-2 to Anthony Rackets. The pitch. Rackets swings and misses, and that'll end the inning. No runs, one runner left on base. We go to the top of the sixth with Bishop Eustace leading 6-2 over Vineland. Back here at Vineland High School for the top of the 6th inning. Anthony K up to bat for Bishop Eustace. Do have a pitching change for the Fighting Clan. It is number 50, Mario Toro, on the mound as K bunts and pops up the first pitch. For Bishop Eustace. Xavier Cortez goes 5 innings, gives up 6 runs, 4 strikeouts. First pitch from Toro to Rogers, in there for a strike. Vineland trailing 6-2. Pitch is way outside for a ball. In there for a strike from Toro. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air. Shallow left center. Catch is made by Benedetto Andrioli. What a play by the junior left fielder. And there are 2 outs here now in the top of the 6th. Thanks to the Web Gem Sports Center top 10 play there by Andrioli. And that brings up Anthony Mashuli. First pitch in there for a strike. That one's lifted in the air, foul. So 1-2 now, the count to Anthony Mashuli. The 1-2 pitch from Toro. Way outside, ball 2. That one's fouled down the first baseline. In the dirt, ball 3. A true full count, 3-2 pitch upcoming, 2 outs, nobody on for Bishop Eustace. Toro looking to get out of this inning clean. The pitch, swung on, hit back towards the pitcher, off the glove of Xavier Cortez, now playing second base. And that'll be a base hit for Mashuli. And that'll bring up Christian Oveka. Shuley in there safe with a stolen base. The 1-0 pitch to Oveka. Runner on second. In there for a called strike. Vineland trailing 6-2. Looking to keep it that way. Swung on. Hit back towards the fence. It's now 1-2 to Oveka. Mario Toro looking to get out of this inning and give Vineland's offense to the plate as they look to try to come back in this one, trailing 6-2 in the top of the sixth. The pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air. That's going to drop for a base hit. Mashuli's going to score. So an RBI single for Oveka. His second RBI of the day. And that's going to bring up Christian Masuli. Bishop Eustace now leading 7-2. In there for a strike on Masuli. Stolen base attempt by Oveka. He's thrown out, and that's going to end the inning. One run. One runner thrown out. And Vineland heads to the bottom of the sixth, trailing 7-2. Bottom of the sixth inning, about to get underway here from Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett with you here as the Fighting Clan trail Bishop Eustace 7-2. Donnie Gomez will lead things off here for Vineland. Do want to give a shout out to my ordinary broadcast partner here for baseball and winter and other spring sports, Marcelino Ojeda. I know he's been absent past couple of broadcasts, but it's because he just graduated from RCGC, so congrats to Marcelino and all the graduates over there from RCGC. That one's in there for a strike. Down in the dirt for ball 2. That one's hit back to the pitcher. Gomez thrown out at first. That'll bring up Benedetto Andrioli with one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Fighting Clan trailing 7-2 as we got a rogue baseball rolling towards the back of the infield. Two and 0 now to Andrioli. Way inside, almost hits Andrioli. 3-0 the count. And Andrioli's going to walk on 4 pitches. I'll bring up Dawson Carter. He's walked in both of his at-bats today. Throw over to first, not in time. 2-0 now to Carter. The pitch, down low, ball 3. The 3-0 pitch, down low, ball 4. Dawson Carter once again walks for the 3rd time in this ball game. So runners on first and second, 1 out for the Fighting Clan. So that brings up Mario Toro. He's also walked in this game, and he's now on the mound for the Fighting Clan. So we've got another meeting of the minds on the pitching mound from Bishop Eustace. So Lucas Edwards will exit this game. Did his job and did his part to help limit the damage for Bishop Eustace. Had 3 strikeouts in this one as well. And we'll see who the new pitcher is for the Crusaders in just a moment. looks to be number 7, Eamon McDermott, will be the new pitcher for the Crusaders. Another sophomore on the mound for Bishop Eustace. All 3 pitchers today for the Crusaders, sophomores, so the pitching pipeline still has lots of time together for the Crusaders. And he'll face Mario Toro with 2 runners on. Toro looking to inject some life into this Fighting Clan offense. As they trail 7-2. The pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from McDermott in the dirt. Runner's going to stay where they are. 2-0 the count to Toro. As I mentioned earlier, he's walked already in this game. Both runners on the bases right now got there via the walk. The 2-0. Down low, ball 3. We'll see if Toro gets the green light here with 2 runners on. A 3-0 pitch. Taken for a strike. A little low, but it is called a strike. This will be 3-1 to Mario Toro. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air. It's going to be handled by Rogers at third base for the second out of this inning. That'll bring up Justin Morris. He's got 2 singles in this game, also drove in a run his last time up. He's got runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Fighting Clan trailing 7-2. The first pitch to Morris swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Morris trying to be aggressive here against the new pitcher on the mound for Bishop Eustace. That is Eamon McDermott. 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore. We have a balk, I believe, as the runners advance to second and third. The 0-1 pitch to Morris in there for a called strike. 0-2 now to Morris. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air. It's into the stands. That's what we call a bleacher feature. We'll do the 0-2 pitch once again to Justin Morris. Looking to get some more runs on the board for the Fighting Clan, trailing by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. The payoff pitch. Swung on, dribbled foul. The pitch. Swung on, dribbled foul once again. Morris staying alive. The 0-2 pitch from McDermott. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And that'll end the inning. No runs. A couple of walks and a couple of runners stranded. We head to the top of the 7th. Crunch time coming up for the Fighting Clan as they trail 7-2 here at home against Bishop Eustace. The 7th here at Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett with you. Justin Morris now the pitcher for the Fighting Clan. Facing Christian Masuli. He's got 2 singles, an RBI, and he's walked in this one. Fighting Clan trailing 7-2, looking to limit the damage here and try for a comeback in the bottom of the 7th. One and one to Masuli. Great pitch there from from Morris. It's 1-2 now. The pitch swung on, foul back. One and two upcoming from Justin Morris. Trying to record the first out of this top of the seventh. Swung on, dribbled. It's a fair ball, an infield single. The third single of the day for Christian Masuli. Brings up Vincent Panvini. Runner on first. Nobody out. Top of the seventh. The pitch from Morris. Masuli trying to steal second. He's going to have to go back, though, as that one's fouled towards the Bishop Eustace dugout. The pitch in there for a called strike. Now 0-2 to Panvini. Throw over to first. Masuli gets back standing. Sliding, I should say. Swung on, hit through the hole for a base hit. Masuli thought about going to third. He's safe at second. So another single there for Panvini, his second of the day. As that brings up Landon Mack. He had an RBI sacrifice bunt and a single in this one. He also popped up earlier. One and 0 to Landon Mack. Down low and inside for ball 2. Bunt shown. It's in there for a strike. Three and 1 the count to Landon Mack. The pitch in there for a strike. 3 and 2 now the count. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. The pitch swung on and missed. Struck him out. The first strikeout of the day for Justin Morris. And the first strikeout of the day for Landon Mack. That'll bring up Matt Augustine for his first at-bat of this contest. The first pitch in there for a called strike. Official scoreboard reading, it's 8-2 now in favor of Bishop Eustace. One and one, the count to Matt Augustine. Runners on second and third. The pitch, a pie, ball 2. The 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 to Matt Augustine. The payoff pitch. Swung on, foul tip. So we'll do 2-2 again. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted into right field. Feliz is there to make the catch. It's going to score Christian Masuli. So Matt Augustine with a sac fly. So that'll bring up Dante Bell with a runner at third. And now I believe it's 8-2 in favor of Bishop Eustace. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Bell struck out looking his first time up and grounded into a fielder's choice his last at-bat. The payoff pitch just misses for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch from Morris in the dirt. Ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air, left center field. Rackets, just misses. That ball's going to go nearly to the warning track. And Dante Bell is in with a stand-up triple. An RBI triple for Dante Bell as Bishop Eustace now leads 9-2. That'll bring up Anthony Kay. He singled his second time up. He's got a ground out and a pop up. His other at bats. Take strike 1. 9-2 your score. One's in there. there for a called strike. 0-2 quickly now to Anthony Kay. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. The 1-2 pitch from Morris. Swung on and missed, struck him out. And that'll end the top of the 7th inning. A number of hits, couple of runs. Do or die time for the Fighting Clan as we head to the bottom of the 7th with Bishop Eustace leading 9-2. Bottom of the 7th here from Vineland High School. Kyle Bennett with you here. The Fighting Clan looking to push forth a comeback, trailing 9-2 here in the final frame. Yanuel Rodriguez lifts the first pitch foul. So he'll lead things off here for Vineland. Eamon McDermott back out on the mound, trying to close this one out for the Crusaders. The next pitch, outside, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch from McDermott. Down in the dirt. 2-1 now to Yanuel Rodriguez. The 2-1 pitch in there for a called strike. 2-2 now to Rodriguez. Down in the dirt, past the catcher. Full count now, upcoming to Yanuel Rodriguez. He's grounded out, he's been hit by a pitch, and he struck out swinging in his last at-bat. The payoff pitch, down in the dirt, ball 4. And Rodriguez is aboard with a walk. That'll bring up Yohan Feliz. He doubled and scored a run in his first at-bat, and he's grounded out in each of his next 2 at-bats. The first pitch to Feliz in there for a called strike. Tough pitch there, called a strike. It's now 0-2 to Yohan Feliz. Our next broadcast will be Monday afternoon. So we're dipping our toes in the track and field water for the first time. So we've got the county meet here at Vineland High School. Be sure to tune into that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the bell icon so you know when we go live. The 0-2 pitch to Feliz from McDermott. Swung on, lifted in the air. It's going to bounce for a fielder's choice, I would assume is what they're going to call that. I think the fielders lost that one in the sun. And Yanuel Rodriguez didn't know if he should run on that one, so he's thrown out at second for the first out. And Feliz, now the runner at first, as that brings up Xavier Cortez. He's almost hit by a pitch for the 3rd time in this game. He's been hit twice. He singled in his last at-bat. He was the starting pitcher in this one for the Fighting Clan, had 4 strikeouts in 5 innings. Gave up 6 runs. This pitch is lifted into right center. Caught by the right fielder, Christian Masuli. For the second out here in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up Anthony Rackets. Trying to keep Vineland's hopes alive. Yohan Feliz on first. Fighting Clan trailing by 7. First pitch in there for a ball. Rackets has 2 strikeouts and a line out in this game. Next pitch down low and inside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and roped foul down the left field line. So 2-1 upcoming to Anthony Rackets. The pitch over the head of Rackets. So it's now 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Rackets lifts one into the air. That's going to drop in all the way to the warning track, all the way to the wall. Feliz is going to get to third. Rackets is upstanding with a double. His first hit of the afternoon. That'll bring up Donnie Gomez, with Vineland now having runners on second and third and 2 outs. Trailing 9-2. Donnie Gomez trying to put some runs across the board for the Fighting Clan for the first time since the 4th inning. Gomez lifts this one into the air to center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 2 runners are going to score as this one goes all the way to the wall. Gomez is upstanding at second base. And a 2 RBI double for Donnie Gomes, his second double of this ball game. It's now 9-4, Bishop Eustace. Rackets and Feliz both score on the RBI double by Donnie Gomez. It's Benedetto Andrioli. He's walked multiple times in this game. As we reach the core of the lineup, Doug, that has walked every single at-bat pretty much that they have had. Andrioli, Dawson Carter, Mario Toro have all drawn walks. Trying to keep the Fighting Clan's hopes alive of a comeback victory. Donnie Gomez on second. Andrioli ahead in the count 2-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Meeting on the mound for Bishop Eustace. Eamon McDermott still on the mound. As Andrioli looks to work the count and get on base here for the Fighting Clan. The 2-0 pitch taken for a strike. The 2-1 pitch to Andrioli. Up high, ball 3. So 3-1 count now to Benedetto Andrioli. Donnie Gomez on second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch, down low, ball 4. Andrioli walks once again. Got runners on first and second now for Vineland as Dawson Carter, who has walked all 3 times in this ball game, and he's been to the plate. So we get another meeting on the mound for the Crusaders. So we have a pitching change for Bishop Eustace. Eamon McDermott's afternoon is over. So it looks like it's number 86 on the mound for Bishop Eustace. I don't have his name on the roster, but he's getting some warm-up pitches in here for the Crusaders. First pitch to Dawson Carter in there for a strike. Runners on first and second for the Fighting Clan. 2 outs, trailing 9-4. Carter checks his swing. He go around. So it's 0-2. Final strike here for the Fighting Clan. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit back towards the pitcher. Carter is tagged out. And that is the ball game. Late effort there by the Fighting Clan to try to rally back. Doesn't come to fruition. They had opportunities earlier in the game to do some damage, but they unfortunately dropped this one 9-4 to Bishop Eustace here on Friday afternoon at Vineland High School. Xavier Cortez was your starting pitcher. He had 4 strikeouts, gave up 6 runs. But the Fighting Clan's offense just couldn't get into a groove, only scoring 4 runs in this one as they drop 9-4 to Bishop Eustace. Like I mentioned, our next broadcast will be on Monday afternoon over at the track for the county track and field meet. For my producer, Doug Diola, I'm Kyle Bennett. Everybody have a safe and wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday for track and field.